am not a LeBron James or a Luka Doncic or an Austin Reeves or a Lakers hater. Now, with that being said, the Los Angeles Lakers are absolutely trash. This team is terrible. No doubt about it. All right. And it's weird because when at the start of the season, the Lakers were kind of good. They were pretty good. They were the 2 seed at one point. They were entertaining to watch. That's not something you can really say anymore. I got the numbers here. They started the season 15-4. The Lakers started the season 15-4. Again, they were the 2 seed. And since then, they are 11-13. And since Christmas, which is when Austin Reeves got injured on Christmas Day, they are 7-8. So, as you can see, they're not doing really good anymore. All right, they are they're terrible. Like I said at the start, they're trash. And look, they're 7th in offensive rating, which is the only reason they are not like the 9 seed right now. Okay, because their offense is, I don't want to say their offense is good. They have good offensive players that don't run an offense. They don't curate an offense. They have Luka Doncic who carries an offense. They have LeBron James who can carry an offense. They got Austin Reeves who can carry an offense. And I want to make that distinction. The Lakers do not have a good offensive system. When you watch the Lakers, they kind of just have Luka or LeBron or Austin Reeves. If one of them has the ball in their hands, all the other Lakers are kind of just standing around looking at them and hoping they do something. Okay, that's kind of the Lakers' offensive system. It's not good. It's not going to work in the playoffs. It's not even really working right now. So, but to be fair, their offense would be better when Austin Reeves is healthy. So maybe they can, stay afloat a little more when Reeves is healthy. However, whether Austin Reeves plays or whether he doesn't, that does not change the Lakers' biggest issue right now, which is they are 26th in defensive rating. They are 26th in defensive rating. This is a team that is trying to compete for a championship, and they will not win a championship. They have a worse defense than the 10-win Indiana Pacers. The 10-win Indiana Pacers are better at defense than the Los Angeles Lakers, who are allegedly trying to win a championship. That is sad. That is really bad. And to be honest, I don't think the Lakers can really fix that issue this season. I think this season they're going to be a first-round exit. I don't think it matters who they play. Because I don't think the Lakers are not going to be one of the top 4 teams at the end of the season. I don't even know if they'll be a top 6 team. I think they're going to be in the play-in, and whoever they play is either going to beat them in 4 games or 5 games. I mean, they got beat last year by the Timberwolves. Can you imagine? And the Lakers might have been better last year on defense. I don't know. I got to look at the numbers. They got beat in 5 games. They had no center, and that team was still maybe better than the team they have right now. Well, I should say they didn't have a starting center. They had Jackson Hayes, but Jackson Hayes is not a starting center. And you want to know what? They might as well not have a starting center anyways, because DeAndre Ayton is absolutely lazy and has no impact on basketball games 98% of the season. There's that 2% where he has some really good games, but he's not an impact player at all. DeAndre Ayton, and that's coming from a Suns fan, DeAndre Ayton is not an impact player, and the Lakers might as well have not even went and signed him. Okay, like I don't know what team. I'm kind of getting off topic, but what team is going to go out there and sign DeAndre Ayton after this season with the Lakers. Other than maybe the Lakers. Maybe the Lakers will bring him back for another season. I don't know. But what team is going to want DeAndre Ayton? I don't know. But back to what I was saying before I trailed off a little bit. Yes, the Lakers are bad on defense, and I don't think they can fix that this season because they don't really have tradable assets. Okay? Like, Lakers fans like to say things like, oh, hey, Milwaukee, we'll give you Gabe Vincent and Dalton Connect for Giannis, and they'll think that's a fair trade. The Lakers don't really have tradable assets. Their most tradable assets are probably Rui Hachimura and Jake LaRavia. But I don't know, what are you going to get back for those guys? A bag of chips? They've been monitoring Andrew Wiggins for years at this point, and they're never going to get him. They've been monitoring Walker Kessler for years at this point. They're never going to get him because the Lakers don't have tradable assets. Because another one of the problems with the Lakers is they don't have good players, and they don't have good. They don't. That might sound like a Captain Obvious thing to say when I'm telling you this team's trash, but they don't have good players because they don't have cap space. And why don't they have cap space? LeBron James is 41 years old on a $52, $55 million contract. And I honestly, I'm not a LeBron hater, okay? Not a LeBron hater. I don't care how good you are at 41 years old. I don't care if you're the MVP of the league. If you are making $50+ million at 41 years old, that is a negative asset for your team. That is bad for your basketball team. Some people say LeBron is stat padding and, he should just retire, which I don't really agree with that. But I could agree with if someone went and told me LeBron's not serious about winning a championship, I would, maybe he wants to, but he's not that serious about it. I would maybe agree. Because if he was serious about it, he would be on a vet minimum. If LeBron James well and truly wanted to go all in on winning a championship right here at the end of his career, he wouldn't be making $50+ million because that hurts his team. That is just insane. Insane. Austin Reeves, at this point, Austin Reeves is just as good as LeBron James, and he don't make $50 million. Didn't he take a pay cut? I'm not super certain about that off the top of my head, but didn't Austin Reeves take a pay cut? Or he's on a contract that is a great contract for the Lakers given how good Austin Reeves is. And then you've got LeBron and Luka making $50 million each. If LeBron was really that locked in on the idea of winning a championship, he wouldn't be on a $50 million contract. He'd be on a vet minimum. Because that is the only way that this Lakers team could afford anybody that's good at defense, good at offense, good at anything, because they got a lot of players that are good at nothing. And he's a billionaire. He doesn't need $55 million a year for playing basketball. He has so much money. It's incredible, right? He doesn't need that. It hurts the team that he's on maybe if this was LeBron in 2018 and he could just straight up carry the team to the finals, sure, give him $100 million. But this ain't 2018 LeBron anymore. This is 2026 LeBron. And so it's a bad contract. It's a really bad contract. Again, I don't care how good he is. 41 years old, making $55 million. That's bad. And you want to know what else is bad? The Lakers bench. The Lakers bench is terrible. They have to, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I don't know where they rank. The Lakers have to have probably the worst bench in the NBA. I mean, seriously. Whew. I mean, seriously. The Los Angeles Lakers, coming off of their bench, they have Gabe Vincent. That's the backup point guard to Luka Doncic. They have Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, who's not that good, Jake LaRavia, Rui Hachimura, and who else? Who else comes off that bench? Dalton Connect, Bronny. What are we doing? They have one of the worst benches I've ever seen. All right. When Nick Smith Jr., Drew Timme, when Drew Timme is out there, like the Lakers played the Portland Trailblazers a few nights ago. And Drew Timme was maybe the best player. Him and LeBron were the only two players in that game on the Lakers that looked like they cared at all about playing basketball, about winning basketball. And Drew Timme's on like a 2-way contract or something, maybe a 10-day. I don't know. He's in the G League, I think. He came out there with some hustle, with some heart, with some passion. And then you got these bums on the Lakers that, like, again, DeAndre Ayton's the starting center. I promise DeAndre Ayton does not care about basketball. Yeah, the Lakers bench is awful. Their front office is awful. Their front office makes some horrible decisions, and now you've got all this apparent controversy that Jeanie Buss was mad at LeBron James and felt he had a big ego and he was, not grateful enough for the Lakers drafting Bronny. I wouldn't be grateful to that franchise either. LeBron James brought the franchise back to relevance, won them a championship, and then they made no good moves since 2020 when the Lakers won the championship. The general manager, Rob Pelinka, has made no good moves. He has made 0 good moves. Other than, unless you want to count signing Austin Reeves. Other than that, what has Rob Pelinka done to the Lakers? And I don't want to hear about the Luka Doncic trade. That wasn't Rob Pelinka. That wasn't his idea. He didn't bargain for that deal. He didn't negotiate for that deal. That was Nico Harrison, who went to him and said, hey, I'll give you a top 3 player in the world for Anthony Davis and Max Christie, I guess. That was not a Rob Pelinka thing. That was Nico Harrison being ridiculous. And Rob Pelinka and the Lakers just got lucky that Nico Harrison is out of his mind. The Los Angeles Lakers front office has made no good moves in like half a decade, other than signing Austin Reeves when he was an undrafted player. That is it. Like, Jeanie Buss wants to think LeBron's ungrateful and think he's got a big ego. Imagine if LeBron didn't join this Lakers team. They would still, like, what were they doing beforehand? They missed the playoffs the last half decade plus. I mean, come on. This Lakers team is just embarrassing. They're bad.